Hello and welcome or welcome back. My name is Selina and this is Bank of Me. And today I will budget for October, talk about what to do when you get a big bill and do a tiny bit of cash stuffing. It's one more week till I get paid, so I'm trying my best to stretch and use up what I have at home, not go shopping. So I was able to put a little bit of money aside. So I'm going to do that first, I think, and then we are looking at the October budget as well as the game plan for dealing with the big bill. So let's get started. Let me just put my lovely matcha aside. Homemade, right? No coffee shop for me. So let's see. I have some money put aside. So we have a little bit left. No. And some change. Let's have a look. So I'm going to focus on my 1 month ahead and the emergency binder today. And then I talk about what's going to happen in October. So we have 50, 70, 80, 85. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 85, 91 euro. Okay, perfect, 91 euros. Let's see how far we are going to go. As usual, I have one savings challenge I try to stuff every week, and that is my Save 1000 in 2025 challenge in my lovely 80s binder. So let's have a look. It's at the back. I don't know if you can hear it, but we have real autumn storms, which are kind of cozy when you're in with the candles and everything, and outside the storm is raging. And let's have a look here. But I definitely don't think I will go for a walk. Let's see. So I would like to put in 40 today. So I have a 50 note, so I'm going to get some change out. So let me just cross that off. 20, 40. Okay, not too shabby. So I started this in July, so I have to fill 2 columns every month. So July, August. So this is September, so I still have a bit to do, but we'll see. So 40 for today. Let's see if I have 10 euro in here. Oh, maybe 2.5. 2.5ers maybe. So yeah, so I take 10 out, put 50 in. So I've put in 40. That's great. This is definitely one I don't want to carry into next year. Next year I want to start with a clean slate and do a new one. And that's all I can put in today in my 80s binder. So that is it. And I move on to my emergency fund. To my 1 month ahead. Well, really all of these are for an emergency. But it's easier for me just to split it up a bit and, give yourself some little goals and little targets, and then you chip away at it. And you feel like you're making more progress than if you have one big lump. And it feels like you're going nowhere, even though it's technically the same. Psychologically, the mindset is everything, isn't it? So let's see, I would like to bring them all roughly to the same stage. So I have phone, transport, bills. Groceries definitely need some love. So I could put in So each of these, so the total budget here I put in for groceries is 400, giving myself a little bit of leeway. And then each of the bubbles is 15 euro. So what do we have? We have 10, 30, 40, 45. Huh? So I could put in 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not bad. Yeah, let's do that. So it's not quite the whole row, but it is progress. So that's good. And this is going to be the last of the September pay slip that I'm stuffing, because yes, I get paid once a month and have to stretch it, which is, again, it's like it's all the same, isn't it? You know, whether you paid monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, but it's a different mindset. Maybe it makes it easier. What do you guys think? I think a lot of you are getting paid once a week or every 2 weeks. Do you think that's easier for budgeting? I mean, I assume your rent or your mortgage has to go out once a month as well. So some bills are once a month. But yeah, you definitely have this feeling of being kind of rich once you get paid, and you really have to work on not spending all your money in one go. And then, like, I'm really guilty of stocking up on groceries and buying really nice groceries for the first couple of weeks, and then it's basically pasta and stretching it for the rest of the month. But stocking up is also important, I feel like. Definitely if you live in the countryside, the weather can be difficult, and it's really good to have stuff in stock. So yeah, so let's see, what do we have left? I think that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, so 6 doesn't really... Wow, there's a lot of wind outside. 6, where can I put this? That's 8. Transport is 10 each. Phone is 3, so I can fill in 2 bubbles. Let's do that. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to start it all over again and get another month ahead. But we are not quite there yet. Okay. So that is 6. Great. We'll have to do some cash condensing again when I get paid, because these are getting heavy with all the coins. So that's that. That looks nice, doesn't it? That's nearly halfway there. Okay, transport, bills, groceries made a little bit of progress today. That's good too. And then we have mortgage. Yeah, so these two are kind of at the same level. So I focus on them next time. Okay, great. So let's put this aside. So October is around the corner, which is a lovely month, spooky season. September to me is, it's fall, it's harvest, it's the it's the extended end of summer. And I don't really like to do any spooky stuff in September already. The same way I don't like to start buying Christmas decorations now. But October feels different. So October will be a different kind of month for me. So I will have to focus only on nothing else but on home maintenance. So I have my home binder here, and I have my budget. So let me show you what October will look like. So October, first of all, let's have a look at the budget. So the plan is, for the fixed costs, we have mortgage, roadside assistance, bills, and my phone. So that comes to 1,090. And then we have the variable costs. So we have food, petrol, and I put in a buffer. Usually I put in pocket money or, money for treats, but let's stay with 50 euro as for a buffer. Usually I put in 80 for pocket money, so I have like 20 a week to spend at my discretion. But this month, not going to happen. So that brings the variable cost to 500, and as usual, I'm always trying to spend less, and then I have money to put away into my savings challenges. For sinking funds, the ones I decided already for sure is home maintenance gets 400, trees and shrubs, that's for cutting trees, but also for planting new trees, but in this case it's for cutting trees, gets 50, laundry is for a new washer and dryer, gets 20, and winter for heating bills, etc. gets 50. So you can see there are no other sinking funds, so I'm really not going to focus on anything else, and that's because I have potentially a very big bill coming up for my home maintenance. So what do we do? First of all, I don't know yet if it's going to be a very big bill or if it will be fine, but I kind of need to, get prepared and get ready for in case. So I am planning on doing a no spend, and I'm planning on doing whatever I can to put away as much money as I can into the home maintenance. So I made a little list just to remind myself, and maybe it's helpful for you. So you get a big bill. Now, what do you do? So first of all, does it have to be really done now? Or can it actually be delayed? Can you buy yourself a little bit more time? Like, is it necessary this month, or can you save up and stretch over 2 months, maybe even 3 months? Can you get by? Or do you have to bite the bullet? The next thing I want to do is do a 60-day no spend challenge. So for October and November, no extra spending, no wants, no, just the things I need, basically, and things I need, and just use up what you have, etc., etc. I'm also going to focus on eating what's in my freezer and in my pantry, and not go shopping too much. So that's really something I always try to do, but for these 2 months I definitely will try just to shop, to make meals, not to shop, to shop to fill the gaps, to make meals. And then I'll see if I can sell anything on Facebook Marketplace, use my local library more, and track my progress. So I have a home deposit savings tracker that I've used myself, and I made a few. So I think I'm going to repurpose that and use it for the big bill. So I don't know yet how much it's going to be and what needs to be done, etc., etc. But what I know is that I will probably get a quote early in October, and then I know a bit more. But I know, regardless of this, my goal has been at the beginning of the year, if I flick back to my 2025 financial goals, was always to have 3,000 in my home maintenance fund. So let's have a look at my binder, and I'll just put this aside. So this is my home binder, so it's only for things related to my little house. So we have home maintenance, trees and hedges. I have one for home renovations. That's things that are planned, but as you can see, I didn't put anything in here yet. Although I was thinking in October, if possible, just to do like a symbolic 10 euro or 20, just to start this. For laundry, let me see. Laundry is a new washer and dryer, and I usually put in 20. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I have 100 euro in here. So that doesn't get me a washing machine yet, but that's not that urgent yet, but it could be, So laundry, and then I have landscaping. Obviously, that's a luxury that I don't have money for yet. Gates and fences is also a luxury. a polytunnel is in here, garden, and then dream home is for, making it perfect. And there's nothing in here, but I already made a little tracker. I worked out what I would need. It's around 2,000 euros, but the focus is really on home maintenance. So if I'm looking at this, so the goal is 3,000 for the year, and even if I make it to that goal and then have to spend it all, I would consider that goal reached, because it's a necessity. It's not that I threw the money at something else, and it means that I was able to avoid getting into debt for it and taking out a loan, which I really, really want to do. Avoid. So if I just look at this, I'm not going to take this one out. It's a placeholder for 500. I think you can probably see this. So yeah, and then I have, that's in the bank, and then I have I think 300. 1, 2, 3, 300. So I have 800 saved at the moment. I'm going to put in 400 more, so that's 1,200. So really what I'm trying to do, my big aim is to sock away as much money as I can in September. So definitely 400, yes, but I will try and reduce everything else. So I will not go out for coffees. I will only shop in like Aldi or Lidl or whatever, discount supermarkets. And I will use my library more for, for entertainment and everything. They have DVDs, they have books, they have a lot of audiobooks I can download directly on my phone, which I'm already using. But it's kind of just to remind me, if I'm in town and I'm going to browse, sometimes you want to browse and just, for something nice to look at. And before you know it, either you feel kind of crappy because you feel tempted and you feel like you can't afford it, or you actually spend the money even though it was planned to be spent on, the plan was to spend it on something else. So yeah, but if you're going to the library, you kind of give yourself that same kick. You're looking at new stuff. You can take something out, borrow cookbooks or whatever, novels. It's and you haven't thrown your money away. You can test different things, and I really love it. And it's giving you the same satisfaction, basically. And then obviously you have YouTube for entertainment as well. I love watching YouTube videos and learning. And yes, and last thing here is I'm going to track my progress. So I'm going to repurpose one of my home deposit trackers, because it took me a long time to save up for the deposit, and I kept myself motivated with all kinds of tricks to make it work. And I think this will be useful as well for a big bill. So I'm going to do that, and then just instead of putting money into my emergency fund, which I love, or the 1 month ahead binder, I will just put everything into the home maintenance binder in October and in November probably as well, and then see how far I get. What's the story with the bill? I'll keep you posted. What else did I want to say? Oh yeah, selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I have sold quite a bit of stuff in the past, so if I'm really honest, I don't know if I have an awful lot more to sell. And there's some things that are just not making a lot of money. So one of the things is really books. I find it really hard to get anything for books. You spend a lot of money getting them new or used even. And then as soon as you have them, they're worth like 50 cents. It's unbelievable. So my books, and I don't want to part with my books anymore either. I think I've decluttered all I need. I do have some lovely shoes I'm not wearing anymore, things I bought like high heels and things that I bought for fancy events. So that might be something people might be interested in. But I found shoes are also a bit tricky, because you need to try them on really. It's not like a scarf or a poncho or anything like that. It's much more specific. So yeah, they don't sell very well. So I'm not sure about the selling on Facebook Marketplace, but I'll see. And then yes, the freezer pantry challenge is something I definitely do, and the 60-day no spend challenge. Now there will be days when I'm spending money. Obviously, I have to get groceries, I have to get petrol. Maybe something will pop up where I have to spend money. Maybe someone has a birthday, something like that. But otherwise, I think I can do it definitely if I just lock in on this goal, not to get into debt and to be able to pay it off myself. And that's the name of the channel, is the motto of the channel. And I want every one of us to be our own bank. Bank of me. You need a loan, come to yourself. There you go, no problem. That's the goal. So let's see how far we can get. So let me know, are you going to do a no spend challenge? Are you doing a pantry challenge? Anything like this? If you have any tips or inspiration, let me know. I'd love to hear that. So I'll keep you posted. Have a lovely week ahead. And I see you next week in my payday routine video. One of my favorite things to do every month. Although this month it will obviously be a little bit more constrained, but we'll see. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I see you next time. Bye.